Knights heed the call. This is what the band write to me. Combining symphonic / power metal with sounds from the 80s, Knightfall is breathing new life into the genre. It's a project created by one Keith Dombrowski, and he's from a band called Anaria. He had a vision to collaborate with musicians from all over the world and put together an eclectic sort of group of people and groups of songs to create a debut album called Destiny Calling. It's quite a large project that the music itself delving into the depths of kind of fantasy and history whilst keeping that sort of modernized twist and invoking themes that the fans can relate to. So he says that Knightfall was created for the love of music, and people of every genre can find something they enjoy listening to when listening to Knightfall's album. So I've received the album to keep the reaction pure. I kind of have listened to sort of 20 seconds here and there of each track. I've picked out a couple I'd like to introduce you to. So we're going to start with Raise Your Fist. Straight into it, just how I like it. I love these suspended vocals. Raise your fist, indeed. Wow, what an introduction to Knightfall. So I started my entry into metal through things like Cradle of Filth, and Dimmu Borgir. And then I kind of quickly gone into the symphonic side through the typical route of Nightwish and Epica. I can hear a few groans in the room, but there's always something very charming about this symphonic music that really resonates with me. This is the kind of stuff I'd like to write, but I'm too focused on darkness and brutality. Maybe it's for an era when I'm either retired or I've expunged as much pain and grief as possible. But yeah, this was a banger. Very catchy and very well produced. Unfortunately, whilst I have a list of guest musicians, which is really extensive, I'll come on to that in a second, I'm not particularly sure who the vocalist or vocalists are on this particular track, because it hasn't been released as a single yet. So, hey, this is an exclusive. But I'm sure someone will be able to put something in the comments below. But what an exceedingly grand job all round. Really exciting. Love the symphonic arrangement. I love Keith as a musician here. It's really well composed, and this is a theme that I've picked up in my sort of short dive into the album in trying to tease two tracks that I thought might be absolute bangers for this video, and I wasn't wrong in my selection. I listen to this music with a composer's mind, and you can just hear when someone is very special. So, like Keith, what a job. I'm going to go with one next that is already has been released. It was released in 2023, last year, as a single, and it features obviously Knightfall himself, Jessica Mercy and Patrick Goebel are on vocals. So this is Starfall, and then we'll talk a little bit more about everybody else that's involved, and I'm pleased to see some awesome names of people that I know and work with, so stay tuned for that. But for now, this is Starfall. Keith, you've got a really good. Oh, Keith, you've got a really good compositional style. I'm listening to this not with just a listener's ears and a reviewer's ears, but a composer's ear. Which I do. I do that when I listen to pretty much all music, but sometimes I'm more aware of it than others, and I think it's down to this. It's down to something I can't even explain it. I would have loved to have heard more of the orchestration, just a little bit more in the mix. But this is just a tiny critique. There's a lot to focus on with your music, and as a composer that likes to use a lot as well, I understand that challenge so much. Keith, you're a guy I want to sit down in a room and have a chat with. Really, so I know. I'm hoping that we can do a podcast episode soon, but I do genuinely mean that. It must have been a really fun project to put together, working with all these people, and I like to just sort of come on and butcher everybody's name, because there's probably a few in there that I might not be able to say so well. But more notably, Pete Rawcliffe. He appears on some tracks. I'm seeing one in front of me called Farewell, and The Hero Walks Alone. Now, Pete Rawcliffe, I came across his Crown Solace stuff first, I think. Then there was the Love Anniverse track, which completely broke me and moved me to tears. And he's such an awesome guy and an awesome singer. And I'm pleased to see him pop up here as well. Stefani Keith, is it? I'm sorry if I butchered the name. It's a name I recognise from the Love Anniverse community. Marcus Penati. I don't know quite where all of these people fill in to each of the tracks, but I'm sure it's all there credited on Spotify as all the tracks are released. Susie Scarlett, Patrick Goebel, I've mentioned before. A name I'm delighted to see here, Adrian Duadu, a friend of mine who's been supporting my whole journey as a composer, as a vocalist, as a podcaster, as a reaction or reviewer, just everything. What an outstanding gentleman. And of course, he is from Knights of Heliopolis, ex-Phoebus the Knight, and Heartlight. When I started this journey on the kind of music radio type podcast type thing, he was one of the first people I've spoke to, and we haven't stopped talking since. So really good to see him come up. And of course, his Heartlight are the Face Ripper Records label. So faceripperrecords.com. We've got Heartlight are credited there as also. So maybe Noemi is involved somewhere, perhaps. If not, I'm sure you'll find space to work with her. She's an amazing vocalist. In fact, I would go so far to say that she is my favourite female vocalist ever. Jessica Mercy, Sergio Salvucci. Their main project is Anaria, which I believe, Keith, you are from also. D. Wolf from She Found, George Acker, and of course, putting everything perhaps together is Wild Fawn Productions. So lots of credits, lots of links that I will post below. And this has been an introduction to Knightfall. What a project. Really invite you to go and check out the album. The songs I featured here today will appear on the March playlist. There are other months playlists as well, and we're slowly building a huge 2024 omnibus. I hope that after 12 months that this omnibus, maybe I could work with everybody featured and produce like a compendium. These are my thoughts, but this and for everything else, faceripperrecords.com or here on the YouTube channel. And I've enjoyed going back into the world of symphonic metal. It's been a while, it's been very uplifting and very inspiring. Keith, you're an inspiration to any composer, seasoned or unseasoned, to kind of invest in their talents as a way of expression, as a way of surpassing the vicissitudes of life, and as a way of proving that it is possible to create something from nothing, build a community, and produce something exceedingly spectacular.